So let's get into it. How's everybody doing today? Right now, I'm currently watching a video by According to Nicole, which it's from 4 months ago, but personally I kind of don't. I don't disagree with Nicole. I don't disagree with Nicole very much. God, I haven't been watching her videos long enough. I just called her Lauren for no reason. She looks like a Lauren to me. Not my call. Not my call. I hope I didn't offend her with that. But no, she has a lot of rich clientele, and I'm realizing now, yeah, that gives you a certain degree of safety and security. Like, if you've got, like, let me slow myself down a little here. For example, at our restaurant, we have a customer named Tony. Shows up every single day. Every day. In fact, shows up so frequently that, one, he thinks I'm a friend because we have similar mustaches and, like, similar disheveled, tired old man faces. But he's a Trump supporter, so I genuinely it takes my soul to not be mean. But that being said, it gets a little easier considering he brings us barbecue, he brings us ribs, he brings us all sorts of little things. He's a good customer, but I've always wanted to take a moment and just sit down and go, hey bud, let's have a chat. I see you wear the Trump hat, and hell, my boy Hassan wears the Trump hat every once in a while just to get a rise out of folks. So, are you doing it to get a rise out of people, or do you actually support him? And if so, why? What part? Because again, Tony is one of those people that even though I don't know a damn thing about him, I feel like I know him. I know he has a bacon biscuit every day. If he's feeling kind of feisty, he'll have a bacon and cheese biscuit with a little bit of egg. If he's feeling like low, it's just a bacon biscuit, nothing else. And he does do nice shit, like bring us fucking he brings us fucking ribs and baked beans, and so he's not a bad person. I think he might be one of those ignorant rich folk. And not like, he's Georgia rich folks, not like rich, he's Georgia rich. It means he can, like, afford his bills and shit and not have to worry about dying because of something small. And it feels like that degree of indifference makes people a little bit, you know. I think I might have to kill the eye gouger before I try to take out this place. I don't even know what the hell I'm trying to do because it's been so long. I'd prefer to be playing Cult of the Lamb, but I also know that, one, that water temple is going to take me a while. Two, where are my quests? What the fuck, Ubisoft? I know I got quests. I haven't beaten the game yet. That's add-on quests. I don't want those. How do I have no quests? I'm so confused. Let's go kill this mercenary and see if that helps. But no, like I was saying, with Tony, he's not a bad guy, but much like with Rachel? Not Lauren. I know it's not Lauren now. Nicole. Much like with Nicole, it just feels like how she just said, well, I didn't know about the war heating up in the Middle East for almost a week. Like that was a good thing. And I totally understand and fully agree with the whole, you should help when you know and when you can. But a lot of the times, like with myself, you just, A, don't have the ability, and two, if you do have the ability, it doesn't help you to, why did the chicken take me? But if you do have the ability to, like, say something, do something sort of thing, usually, if you, like for me, for example, I try to basically badmouth Trump every chance I get, and Trump supporters. It don't do a lot. I mean, it's not like me picking up litter and stuff like that, where it actually does a actual difference. But, you know, like I said, the difference between me and, I keep wanting to call her out of her name. The difference between me and Nicole is that she has rich clientele. I genuinely couldn't, because I don't view the rich as people anymore. And yeah, don't get it twisted. I'm not saying go kill your rich people yet. So if you do know a billionaire, feel free to, you know, give them that arsenic injection they've been needing so bad. But just rich folk, nah, the problem is their lack of empathy, their parasitism on the planet as well as on people. And worst of all, in my personal opinion, if they're like a board holder at Walmart or something like that, is the fact that the only reason that they have their money is because they exploited a broken system, and now they're making those breaks worse. Give you an example outside of just Walmart, because that's an easy old tested one. Uber, for example, because I used to drive for them. And yeah, they got me on that early 2000s, well not early 2000s, about mid-2000s kick when they started doing the big competition to try to get drivers in. And at that time, the big competition wasn't really a competition, it was just, hey, if you do 100 deliveries, we're going to give you $400. Because at the time, it's like, the Uber drivers that they had apparently were just either not delivering, or they weren't leaving the shit behind, or whatever. But they needed drivers, and they wanted them bad. So again, make 100 deliveries or 200 deliveries, make $300, $400. Fuck yeah, because that's on top of you getting tips, that's on top of you making your usual pay for each fare. But then that got whittled away. And then it got whittled away a little more, until the point that I stopped getting bonuses at all unless I hit peak hours, and if I hit peak hours, I had to be driving people, not food. Now at the time, I had my dog with me, Benjamin, because I hadn't had Shifu yet, but Benjamin was a guard dog for the car. That way I could park, and as long as it wasn't like an apartment complex or something, I could park at the restaurant, I could park at the place where I'm dropping off the food, leave the car running with the air conditioner going and the window very, very slightly cracked with Benjamin inside, and leave my keys in it. Just, you know, zip, bim, boom, run. And, yeah, I drove a car at this time too. But we would do that for ages, but then it got to the point where Uber just wouldn't pay enough. And I started to realize why Uber was such a problem. One, they got a humongous boost during the pandemic because, well, just that. People were ordering out or ordering in because, sadly, most Americans don't know how to boil water. I hate it if you suddenly feel called out by what I said. It's just the truth. But I know that because I've worked in food all my life, and you people will pay exuberant amounts of money in America for, I hate to say it, but barely edible garbage. When I'm not cooking, I see some of the food y'all eat, and I'm just like, if I bit into a sandwich and found half the meat was a little bit too pink, I wouldn't be happy. But these people don't care. Either way, the point is, Uber was a predatory system. Now you don't have fucking restaurants buying vehicles and making sure their employees are insured and paying their employees to basically chill at the restaurant and drive when people need their food. You just have Uber. And for the record, we have Uber drivers at the restaurant quite frequently. Your Uber driver does not like you. They do not know you. If they do know you, they definitely don't like you.
I should try to stay out of sight.
But beyond that, they also, the way Uber works and functions, you're not going to get your food, like, not accurately, fast, and on time, because it goes through all the drivers first. And if everybody says, oh, no tips, nah, I'm not taking that one, then your food just sits. Now, the order's already come through, and in a restaurant, our boss basically demands us to go ahead and make the order when it comes through. Now, they've stopped that as frequently because, well, not to be mean about it, but just straightforward, most of the time Uber doesn't pick up their food. So we end up just having food that has gone bad because Uber never came for it. Oh, come on. What is with this game? It won't let me use my friggin' arrows either? I am very confused, Ubisoft. What the fuck are you doing with your life?
I could use some help over here.
There we go. We're finally getting somewhere. I mean, getting stabbed a lot, but still. At least it appears the quest finally loaded up. I'm sorry I'm rambling so much, y'all. Like I said, it's not going to be a very cohesive stream. Right now, I'm just sort of dealing with the I don't know of it all. Because again, like I had specified to y'all earlier, when my boss fucks me on my paycheck, it doesn't matter to them. They get paid regardless every single day because they get payments for the restaurant making money every single day. My higher-up bosses, the managers of the restaurant, assuming they don't have food loss, which they always have food loss right now, it's a byproduct of hiring dirt cheap workers. But when they don't have food loss and profit loss and broken machinery, because all the machinery is broken at this point, minus like a few little things, because the repair people come, they put a band-aid on it, and then they come back again later because they know they can double, triple, quadruple charge. Hell, for a long time we had a repairman that would just come in here, get a bite to eat, occasionally take a nap out in his truck, and then basically leave. Oh. He got fired. Not because of what he was doing, but because he literally he called a lady customer who was waiting in drive-thru who told him to please move so she could read the menu. He called her a cunt to her face and told her to shut her pig mouth up. And I was like, okay, if I can't say it, why is he allowed to say it? And yeah, he got fired. He got early retirement for a long storied service life. But our new repair people ain't much better. I mean, they've repaired the fridge 4 times, and our door, while I'm not knocking the man, he had to put a hinge in it. But it's like, every time I hear, oh, we're ordering a new one, oh, we're ordering a new one. Our sink has been broken for 4 repair people. Like, 4 people have worked for the company, gotten tired of the bullshit, and left. 4, I'm not opening that. But 4 of them. And that sink's still broken. I still have the tie I put on it wrapped around it. And that's where I think repair people are a little bit of a scam when it comes to restaurants. Because it's like, y'all, I could have made most of the repairs around that restaurant myself just because I'm tired of getting burnt. I'm tired of the flat top catching fire. I'm tired of blank thing that's happening because Martin's is run by idiots. Not the management, but the upper management. I've said it 1,000 times, if they had let Mary run the place the way she wants to, we would have record-breaking sales again, and we would have happier customers. But, I mean, we're using a fryer that I have to physically dump all the oil out of once every other day because our filter machine has been broken for about 4 weeks now, or more. And they'll come in and they'll replace the part on it, and then it'll break again because you don't have enough people. Technically, for the way that machine's made, I should be very carefully taking it apart and leaving it apart overnight so it can dry. But because it's usually just me and one other person closing, it's, nah, we just throw that shit together, scrape it out real good, hose it off real good, slap it all back together, and move on. Well, when that hot grease hits a damp surface, it creates steam, which causes all the hoses to start to pop. I know exactly what's happening, but be damned if anyone's going to listen. I mean, it's sort of like trying to tell people about climate change and global weirding and things they don't want to hear about. They just, it don't matter. But I mean, our maintenance people are kind of a scam. It's not their fault, it's the company that runs them. But I mean, it's all becoming a scam economy, y'all. I hate to do it, y'all. I hate to be negative all the time. I want to be happy. I want to be positive. I want my goddamn quest logs to appear. I swear to fuck. No, that's not it. Quests. There should be quests in this portion. I didn't beat the game yet, y'all. I am so confused. Should I try to reload? I don't even know what I was trying. I killed a cultist, and then we said bye, y'all, and logged off that night. And now I'm back, and I'm trying to help Attica. I'm trying to help Athens. Phokis. Photia. Eponia. Emos. Thanos. Macedonia. I'm not even finding Athens on here. Ancient Forge. Battleground Pirate Island, which is under Spartan. Oh yeah, because they were under Athenian control, but I flipped them. The pirates wanted to be under Spartan control, I guess, or wanted to fight the Spartans because they had me sinking Athenian ships. I still don't know what the hell I'm supposed to be doing here, though. I don't know, y'all. We might switch over to Cult of the Lamb after all, just because I don't know what the hell I should be doing. I wanted to give y'all something a bit different because I figured the grinding on the Cult of the Lamb was getting old, but I mean, if Assassin's Creed don't want to load shit in, I don't want to just dick off in ancient Greece for a while. Let's see. Let's see if we can get into some trouble without a quest log for a minute. Because my other big fear is, oh shit, did I break the game somewhere? Am I gonna have to start anew? Did we? I think we managed to kill the cultists we were going after. Undiscovered cultists. Ooh, they're ready to unveil. Hell yeah.
I will follow thee most to the underworld and bring my hordes with us.
Oh. Oh. I recognize that motherfucker. Do y'all recognize that motherfucker? If it's not him, he's a member of the cult that was trying to kill those folks that had some kind of disease or plague or whatever, but they didn't have it. They just were in the area. I don't think he's the one, because I think we killed that fellow, but he definitely looks like him. Either way, it can't hurt to kill the cultists. So, Harpalos, worshippers of the bloodline. In these dark days, none were safe from Cosmos' reach. Even other cults, the followers of Ares, had become intoxicated by Harpalos' passionate preaching. He promised them blood and flesh to eat. In return, they would be his army of monsters. Oh, okay, cool. So, yeah, definitely gonna hunt this fucker down. We got him marked. Let's see if we can find him on the map, and we'll just beeline it and take him out. It's not because I have a problem with cannibals, y'all. It's because I have a problem with somebody promising people glory and then delivering them war. There is no glory in war, folks. Only dead men, brave cowards. Or, what is it? Only dead heroes and brave cowards. I don't know the terms, y'all. It's just, you know. See, this is where I'm, like, torn. Like, really, because I'm about to switch over to Saints Row if I can't find this fucker soon. But I'm kind of torn because it's one of those... Y'all, Saints Row has a massive, massive map compared to what it used to be. And it was still pretty big back in the day, let's be clear. But it's like, they said, oh, we're going to charge people $80 for this game, we better give them hours of gameplay to enjoy. And most of it turns out to be, like, hunting missions. Pick and find, that sort of thing. And Ubisoft seems to have done the same damn thing. Because to be quite honest, I loved, like many people, I loved Black Flag. I beat the brakes off of that game. The only trophy I didn't earn back on the PlayStation 3 with that game was sinking all the legendary ships. I just never had the strength in my Navy to do that. But still, it was like, I didn't mind it, and that was a massive map. But then Rogue came along, and I like Rogue. I beat that game super quick if you just focus on the plot line. But its maps and its naval battles were so frustrating because they were on those little riverways. And then in this, and I haven't gotten Origins yet because I wanted to beat this one first, we have Origins on the console. We've also beaten Syndicate on this console, but we will play that one again if y'all want to see it. It's just pushing forward. Origins is still on the list. Eventually I'll pick up Valhalla when it's cheap. And I'll pick up the Mirage when it finally drops in price. But I mean, y'all, I hate to say it, I've kind of checked out. Like, I don't know how to put it. These games have gone so far and become so fucking expansive on shit. I don't know. I feel like I've lost the plot somewhere. When did it stop being just, you know, hee-hee assassins and Templars playing death tag? Looks like they gave the assassins a good mission to fight the Templars' fascistic order. But then in Rogue, as they point out, the assassins aren't much better. I mean, you would think they would be here to protect the people, and if you play the games, especially the older ones, you can't just kill civilians. If you try, you will fail out the game. Like, if you kill 2 farm animals, the game will desync you because that's not how blank assassin operated and acted like. But now in this one, when I play, like, if I'm fighting Spartan soldiers and little people start, the citizens will start attacking too. Add to it the fact, and I'm not none of these are complaints. I want to make sure for my future viewers, what few number of you there are, none of these are complaints. I'm not bitching. I'm just saying it's odd to me. And don't get me wrong, the graphics are fucking amazing. I mean, look at this, y'all. It's beautiful. But I am so goddamn lost at what I'm supposed to be doing. And they've just got so much busy shit going on, and then more busy shit on top of that busy shit, because every, hey, hello, follower, or viewer, or hello, person, how are you doing today? But I'm currently not complaining, but listing my grievances with Ubisoft or these Assassin's Creed games. I feel like they've gotten a bit too, I think the phrase is big for their britches. It's a good game and it's pretty, but they have so much going on that you get lost in the sauce. And then they do the kind of lazy thing of just, oh, well, they've done all my levels, time to let randos make levels. And I'm sorry, y'all, I hate to be the one to tell y'all this, because I learned the lesson early when I was trying to do it. Unless you're a game designer or an indie game developer, you don't need to be making levels. I don't need to be making levels. I kind of suck at it. But it's like, you know, it's weird to me. Why not just make it like Black Flag and do away with all the downloadable? Make your maps square and nice. Make as many games as you need to, but it's like, again, I don't know, maybe I'm just yapping about it, because I'm not trying to say it as a negative. These graphics are beautiful, the game is very advanced, and for 60, 70 bucks, I think this game still is in store. Yeah, I want a game that's going to take a while. But just, you know, I don't know, it does a little too much. Just a little too much. Also, currently, because you were here after I tried it, for some reason, my quest logs just are not loading up. I don't know what's going on, if there was a glitch when I loaded into the game or what, but none of my quest logs are loading in, so I don't know what I'm trying to do here. I just killed a mercenary, and now I'm trying to fill out the map and hoping that eventually quests will come back. Because this is what I'm getting. And it's even like saying I have like no quests. And I know I still have quests because I haven't beaten the game yet. Nowhere near it. So we might switch out to Saints Row soon. But we will see, because if I can keep finding something to do, we'll find something to do. I just can't imagine this would be very entertaining, me just picking up the random sites. And hearting people's little pictures. Because admittedly, I like the picture. I like all the extra shit. It feels like they've overloaded their game. They made it heavy and gaudy. But if I'm the only one who's here to like people's pictures, might as well try to like everybody's to be nice. Also, remember when you had to worry about hay bales and stuff? That just made my heart skip a beat. Remember when you had to worry about hay bales and the distance? I kind of like that you don't, and I kind of don't at the same time. But either way. Yeah, we'll probably go for 30 minutes, and if the maps don't load in, then we'll just swap over to Saints Row. Because I know that one will work, and we still got at least 2 or 3 little mini missions. Plus the, oh, hello. Plus the main. Plus I still have all of Doc Ketchum's murder circuits to do. And that one's on very hard mode, so y'all can watch as my favorite game spanks the crap out of me. Because honestly, y'all, we could all use more bosses like the boss from Saints Row. Alright, well that makes me feel bad to kill all the wolves. Oh, random kind of sad thought about wolves, but they have now, not because they're less endangered, but because our government's being run by dipshit, wolves have now been removed from the endangered species list in North America. So apparently, give me a moment, because I'm not going to lie to you good folk. Good folkin'. Let me Google it, because I'm not going to pull this number out my ass. It's too important. Let me just swipe down, minimize YouTube, Google. How many, god dang it phone, how space, many, space, wolves are in the northern United States. Ah, there we go, in North America. That works out fine. Okay, so apparently, for a landmass as large as the continental North American expanse, there are 10,000 to 20,000 wolves reported. That's 10 or 20,000 for roughly one of the largest continents on Earth. They are still very much endangered. And removing them from that list means that every idiot who wants to have a wolf skull will now be able to just outright shoot a wolf if they want to. And having them removed from that list, while it should not be allowed, will allow them to be poisoned again. Y'all, I know none of us here, especially no one in my chat, was around for the 1930s and the Roaring 20s and all the terrible shit that we're being put through again. But, y'all, they ripped away the EPA. They've started pulling animals off the endangered species list like gangbusters. I mean, I remember, maybe not remember it from living it, but I remember Captain Planet telling me about acid rain. I remember personally having to deal with, like, brown rivers. All the rivers are brown. And, yeah, you can fish if you just want to torture animals. But if you want to actually, like, what I do when I fish, I'm fishing for a purpose. I catch it, I kill it quick, and I eat it. But if you're fishing for a purpose, well, good luck, Chuck. You don't want to eat the fish out of the rivers after they turn to shit. Ooh, this is going to be fun, I think. Oh, it's a big animal. Okay, it's just a pack of wolves. But I'm just saying we need to do something, and I don't know what to do, because But trust me when I say the revolution will not be televised on the fucking YouTube. It's why that current BlackRock CEO getting murdered didn't really hit the news, and it was just, ooh, it was a crazy person. He was crazy. He wanted to kill the NFL leader, so he went from not Arizona. Arizona? He went from Nevada. He went from Rio, Nevada, Vegas, to frigging the other side of the U.S. to shoot an executive, when if he really wanted to kill an NFL executive, there is an NFL branch placed in his hometown where he came from. I do not know, and we will never know, because his manifesto was a sticky note that just said, hey, please dissect my brain. And he shot himself in the chest, which is not a fun way to die. Not a fun way to die at all. So that his brain could be dissected to see if he had the disorder that comes from playing high school sports where your brain gets banged around too much and you start to just be irrationally violent. That's a whole nother subject. If y'all want to stop that, all you gotta do is take the helmets and the pads out of football, and we'll get back to not having as many... I mean, we'll still have injuries. We will still have injuries. But they'll be more like torn ligaments, busted knees, bad ankles. You won't have the brain damage. You won't have the dude that plays in the NFL for 20 years goes home and murders his entire family because he just had to. You won't have that if you take away the helmets, because it'll make the players less willing to run full force into each other. Because here's the thing, y'all. The helmets will protect your teeth. They'll protect your skull from getting fractured. But the way your brain operates inside your helmet, that is your skull more or less, is it's just sort of floating in there, like a fishy in a bowl. It's connected almost like by an umbilical cord by your brain stem, but that brain stem's not like tough, it's not strong, it's just the connector. So when you headbang or you do the football, run real hard into each other, and you get hit from helmet to helmet, your brain slams into your skull. That's how you're doing brain damage in that way. And for the record, I'm not anti-high school sports. I'm just... we should be taking better care of our kids than this. I don't think the adults should be exposed to it either, but certainly we should be taking better care of our children. Because they're very gullible, and they're very easily influenced. And maybe I'm thinking out of turn because I'm old now. But it's just, you know, we should be taking better care of our kids. But then again, look at the country I'm talking about. It's the country where the representative from Ohio, I believe. I've got it saved to my page, but the representative from one of the states just lowered the age of consent in his state to 13. You didn't hear me wrong. You did not hear me wrong. There is now a place in the United States of North America that your 13-year-old sister or 13-year-old child can marry, and don't even have to marry. They can go out and get with a full-grown adult. Feeling proud to be an American yet? I'm feeling a little sickened myself. And, I mean, I hear you. What can we do about it? Pay attention, vote, literally make any kind of problems for this government you can that walks right up to the line of being illegal. The biggest thing I'd say you can do, most of all, is just, I've heard that America's going through a mass exodus. Why? If you're an American citizen, born in this place, and you are American, don't run. Help. Oh, I'm gonna die. Maybe not. But don't run. Help. Fight the incoming problem that's coming, as we need to. If you have the money to be able to evacuate, well, find your nearest immigrant neighbor who is now probably scared the fuck to death, and help them to get the fuck out of this place. Because, y'all, if you're a white individual like myself, it's easy for us. The enemy is very, very, very stupid. Dangerous, but stupid. As a white individual, all I gotta do is cover up my satanic tattoos and be like, well, I love Mr. Trump. He's the next coming of Jeebus. And as long as I can say it convincingly and not laugh, I'm safe. I'm good. I'm golden. I can hide. If you can hide in plain sight, why the fuck are you running? Now, if you're a black American, no judgment, bud. Run. Get the fuck out while you can. I get it. No judgment. This country has never exactly been kind, Democratic or Republican. And Republicans have been exceptionally nasty to black folks on this turnaround. But, nah, I get it. But for everyone else, it just reminds me of that one Bajoran freedom fighter from Deep Space Nine Season 2, the Circle episodes. Because there were about 3 episodes that he was in. First one, Quark gets his earring in from one of his patriots at the bar. He gets the earring, takes it to Kira, Major Kira, and I think she's Commander Kira. No, she's Major Kira. She becomes Commander after Cisco. But he goes to Major Kira with the earring, and he's like, well, what's it worth to you? All that. He's being coarse. It's basic American friendly. But the earring belongs to a very famous freedom fighter, and she goes to liberate him. And then okay, can I not? Oh, I'm locked on. There we go. At this point, I'm just harassing Spartans for the fun of it. Ooh, he's scary. He's angry. He's angry. Yeah, he's angry and dangerous. I don't like shields. You ain't Captain. You ain't Cap. Fuck you. You don't get a shield, bitch. Where's Bucky? Superior race my ass. Oh. Whew. He brought friends. Go away for a second. But nah, y'all, it's either way. The man shows up on the station, and once we find out that the Circle has basically manipulated the Bajoran officials, and Bajor has basically abandoned the Federation, and they're getting ready to take the station, Quark starts selling tickets for the ships out. Cisco and the others have basically distributed seats on all the ships for all the non-Bajoran people, because the Circle is an extremely racist group of Bajoran officials who believe that Bajor should be only for Bajorans. I'm going to talk to myself for a while now. But who think that Bajor should be only for Bajorans. And as Cisco and the others are trying to load them out, Quark sells extra tickets. The things are overbooked. And I wish I could remember the freedom fighter's name, but he comes out and he basically tells the Bajorans, where are you running to? This is Bajor. You are Bajorans. Our friends need to leave now, because it's no longer safe for them here. And so, much like that brave freedom fighter, while I hold back what I can because patriotism in me is a real thing, y'all, I flip-flop like a coin on it. I hate my country so very much right now. With a hatred that I can't put into words quite right. But it's because of how much I love it. I want to see the plains restored. I want to see the forests brought back to their original state. I just want to see my fellow Americans happy and well taken care of. And we're never going to get that under a Republican dictator, because it fundamentally goes against everything the Republicans stand for. Capitalism itself will not stand unless you have a lower class. And we need to get rid of that, y'all. I mean, real talk, we need to get rid of it. But I will, now that I've chased off all the normal viewers with my political talk and daring to bring up Star Trek badly, I reckon it's about time for us to find a good standing point to save on, and we'll move on to Saints Row. But no, that scene in the elevator or in the airlock before they go to the ship is pretty moving because, as he puts it, and I'll change it slightly for us, but you are American. Where the fuck are you running to? No one else in the world wants us. No one else in the world can stand us because of our attitude, and most Americans are not bilingual or any other form of that. Most of us can't even really comprehend the idea of civil service or helping without there being a reward in it. I mean, even now, I try my best to not ask for money just out of principle alone, but due to the fact that our predatory system has left me destitute almost, I'm stuck begging for help online and doing these little subathon things trying to drum up money so I can feed my animals and continue buying seeds. Because y'all, like 2 days ago, I was planning on buying around 10 to 20 pounds of seed off of this website, and it would have been a mix of seeds, but it was to basically spread wild plain and prairie seed on the 4 to 5 mile walk I take 4 to 8 mile walk I take every day. And I can't do it for free. I would love to, but I can't. I can't buy the seeds myself, and sadly I am too stupid to know what seeds are native and what seeds are invasive. So I'm not just going to go plucking seeds off of the ground and throwing them about. I know walnut is particularly normal in the South, as is the pecan. So if I see those, I go ahead and spread them out. The passion fruit, I've already seeded it. I've got the pieces sitting in a container drying at the moment. I've got my hydroponics about ready to go. I just need to take my coffee grounds, cardboard, and paper bits and turn them into proper soil. Because right now, with the coffee grounds, the nitrates, he says, speaking out his ass, the nitrates would be too hot and it would burn up the root structure. But all I have around me is red Georgia clay, so that's not going to help me grow much. So it's like, I'm doing my best, y'all. But I'm doing it for free. Because there's no money to be gained in good works. Like I was telling Bear Beater, and it's very hard for me to talk about like that, because it does make me feel quite hopeless. But as I was telling Bear Beater, if I just went to a playground and called a small colored boy the N-word, and then when his father came up to me, started calling him the N-word, and then just jumped on the internet and said, "You're oppressing me," I would make a shit ton of money. I'd make a shit ton of money overnight. The bitch who did that made around $20,000 to $100,000 to relocate. Because she did a terrible thing and didn't want to have to pay for what she did. Make them pay for what they do, y'all. That's all I'm saying, is bring them to the same standard that we all live by. My fellow viewer, if you went up to your boss, and your boss happened to be a person of color, and you called them, well, anybody really, if you went up to your boss and just started calling them horrible slurs and shit, how well do you think that would go? Do you think there would be anybody to help you relocate and move? Oh, in racist-ass America, maybe. But only if you were popular. Only if you did it online. You gotta videotape it. But I mean, beyond that, look at fucking Jubilee. A site that started out as a let's find a middle ground is now turned into the Nazi app. Because it's helping to fund Nazis. You can have the best intentions, but if you are helping to fund fascism, guess what? You're helping the bad cause. And I don't think they're helping any real cause, because it's like... And don't get me wrong, I laughed when they got Jordan Peterson. That was pretty fucking funny.
I have a good one.
But Mehdi Hassan, who went in to debate 20 right-wing Trump supporters, and ended up being in a room with like 2 Trump supporters and the rest are just outright Nazis. Yeah, the Nazi who got busted being a Nazi on TV, giggling and saying, "Yeah, I'm a Nazi then." he made around $15,000, and that's not, oh, well, I'm gonna go and help spread the message of Hitler and do all the Nazi stuff that's going. No, he's just, I'm a dipshit, give me money. And people just gave him fucking money for being a dipshit online. There used to be consequences to one's actions. Now it really doesn't fucking matter. I mean, you know the reason why the senator moved the age of consent from where it was 17 in that state to being 13? Wanna know why? Because his either son or grandson got busted being 22 with a 13-year-old girl. And the senator didn't want his son and or grandson to go to prison and get turned into a pincushion. So he changed the law to help his little bastard. And y'all, again, I got nephews, I got nieces, I got people I love. But if I caught them doing something that horrible, while I would worry about them, my main concern would be to their victims and future victims. Because y'all, when it comes to that kind of crime, which, let's face it, fuck editing, fuck fucking correctness, when it comes to pedophilia, there's no curing that. There's no real, especially not here in America, method to stop it. So about the best thing we can really do for sake of their future victims is lock them up as far away from those people as we can. It's why if you come to me and you say, hey, I'm really attracted to underage people and that's why I avoid the hell out of them, well, fuck, respect. You know you've got a disorder, you know you can't change it, so you're doing everything you can to mitigate it. Like the alcoholic who avoids bars and gatherings that have alcohol. Like myself, I have a habit of, when I get too angry, I don't think 2-3 steps ahead, I think murder now. So it's like, I try to avoid putting myself in situations in which I would do that. Y'all, we all have our problems. We all have our, air quote, demons to fight. But you can't fight them if you're letting them win. You can't fight them if you give yourself a way to use them. Like I said, I don't have the answers, y'all. I just have fear and sorrow and exhaustion. And about the best answer I have is, look in a mirror. You're the answer. Now find somebody else who's helping or doing anything to help, and go help them. Either help them financially if you can't physically help them, or do what I do. Start reading, start researching. I'm trying to regrow the wild prairies because they'll support the most amount of wildlife. They'll support more wildlife than forests. So, I'm doing my very best to grow the prairies back. And y'all, good news, some of it's already there. I mean, I walk through about a quarter-mile patch of milkweed coming home every day. That's food for monarch and a variety of butterflies, by the way, as well as several terrestrial small critters like field mice. But I pass fields of milkweed every day. I believe they're called blue-eyed Susan. I'm not positive, but they're the annoying ones that scratch the shit out of my legs with their seed pods. I see tons of them. Hell, my legs bear the testament to them. So, stuff is there. It's just we gotta, and yeah, the game's definitely breaking on me. We just gotta work together to grow it. I mean, work with your local communities. Check out your libraries. They've been defunded. If you've got books that you don't read, magazines you don't read, DVDs you don't currently watch and have no interest in watching, or Blu-rays, then please, I beseech you, I beg of you, donate them to the library. Help people out. And do it because it's the right thing to do. Stop doing things in hopes of being YouTube famous or being a hero or being... Fuck that shit. Do the good thing because it's the good thing to do. Do it for me if you need someone to do it for, because I'm about broken, y'all. I'm about fucking done. Because it's just... Give me a minute, y'all. We're gonna go into Saints Row and I'll level with you with shit, because I can't do it in this broken game. Let's check quests one last time. Okay. I'm gonna save, and we will skip over to Saints Row after I take a quick piss break, and I'll tell y'all the real skinny of what's going on. I'll see y'all then. Endure and survive. Love y'all. Take care. Help the helpers, y'all. I'm begging.